Today, we're going to read a book called I Know Karate. Can you say that?
I know karate.
My name is Christa Zaldivar. I work at International Magnet School for Global Citizenship, and I am a kindergarten teacher. I have a class of 20 kindergartners, and it's mixed ability. I have students who came in with little or no preschool and didn't have letter knowledge, and then I had kids who were already reading coming in. So it's quite a range, and I have a couple of students with some special needs in terms of behavioral modifications, and I have a few students who go to reading tutor to help them achieve grade level standards by the end of the year. Christabel, I see you taking apart that word. Good job. Guided reading is one of the components of a balanced literacy program. So it goes along with read-alouds, shared reading, and independent reading. It's an opportunity for the teacher to work with a small group of students, and the students are grouped based on their level. So the students who have similar needs are all working with me at the same time, and I can zone in on the strengths that they have and the weaknesses that they need to be supported in. What's that word, Daniel? There you go.
I can play.
You know what you did? You just switched those words around. And sometimes that happens when we're reading, but we need to go back and correct it if we notice our mistake, okay? The first thing that I do during a guided reading lesson is have my students get an introduction to the book. So I tell them the title, and we talk about what the book is going to be about. I introduce any challenging vocabulary words at that time that I predict might be an issue for them. And I also often you do a picture walk so the students are familiar with the content of the book. That supports them in their reading so they're not looking at it for the first time by themselves. We're going to read a book called Weather today, and it's all about the things that children can do outside during different kinds of weather. Let's take a little picture walk. And then following the introduction of the text, I always teach a strategy. Some teachers choose to teach the strategy or talk about the strategy after the students have read, but I like to do it at the beginning because I think it helps them have a purpose for their reading. We're going to take a look at this word right here. Can you guys say the word after I say the sounds? What's that word?
Ice.
Ice. And now try again. Skating. Skating. When I teach that strategy, I model it, and I show them what I would do, and then I have one of the students practice it usually so that they can get a sense of what it would look like for a student doing it. And then I send them off to read by themselves. They're all reading simultaneously, and I listen in and support each child as they're reading. Some students need a lot of support, and if I notice that, then they might not be in their best book for them, so I take note of that while I'm reading with them. And some students breeze through the books, and sometimes I realize afterwards when I reflect, oh, that probably was too easy for them, so I need to pick a different book for them for next time, or change them to a different group based on their level.
At for the T.
We don't say at, do we? We don't say bow at. I try to highlight what they're doing well and compliment them on the strategies that they're using, and then, of course, support them if they have a hard time with a word or understanding what's going on in the book. So after I listen to all the students read and take notes on their skills, I bring them back for a whole group discussion, and we, ask some questions about the book and whatever connections they can make to their lives. They usually like to share at that point. And then after we're done discussing the book, I usually highlight one of the students who was using the strategy that I had taught that day so that they can see that their friends, their classmates are actually making use of what we've learned. Word work is an optional part of the guided reading lesson. And, one of the students today, Joshua, actually came up with an observation in the word boat. He noticed that the word boat, we don't say the sound of the A in the word boat. And so we talked about, and he kind of discovered how the word, the silent A in the OA pattern. So he's able to apply that now to other books that he reads.